So some of you might remember about a month ago when I made a video about what it was like to be a helicopter pilot, and that was supposed to be a part of an ongoing series of careers that you can do out of high school without a college degree. And yeah, I didn't make a video about that for a while, but today is, I don't know, like 30 people who watch this video's lucky day, because I'm going to be talking about real estate, becoming a real estate agent, and what that entire process is like. It can be a very lucrative career. There's a lot of scale that you can make way more money than you might be able to if you just went the 9 to 5 route, and you don't need a college degree to do it. In fact, nobody cares about college at all. So it's a really interesting topic. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like these videos, if you like the career topics, giving kids other options besides university. Let me know down in the comments section, and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Without further ado, my name is Alex Bianchi. This is Define Wisdom, and let's just get straight into it. So what exactly do real estate agents do? And basically what a real estate agent does is act as a middleman between the buyer and a seller of a home. So normally there's a buyer, there's a seller, and there's a real estate agent on both sides. So they communicate about, like, I want the door or the fence fixed. I want money off from the house because we're gonna have to repaint, inspections, managing all of that. Real estate agents get access to something called the MLS, which is like realtor.com or Zillow on steroids. So they get to monitor different houses that are coming on the market and let their clients know. They get to negotiate. They oversee all of the legal process. And the biggest thing that they do is they market themselves as salespeople to try and get more clients and close more houses. So some pros, cons here. It's easy to get into, but you're basically self-employed. As a real estate agent, you're basically your own sole proprietor business. Like, you're all on your own. And with that, there is a pro and con. So people are going to love the freedom. Other people are going to need the structure. It's whether or not you're entrepreneurially minded. Another pro and con is the schedules can be extremely flexible, but at the same time, that might mean that you're probably going to be holding open houses every weekend, and you might be showing houses at night, but on the same token there, if you need a random Tuesday off, you might be able to make that happen. And of course, pros and cons in being in the sales and marketing business. If sales and marketing isn't exactly your thing, if you don't have that mindset, then real estate might not be for you. Personally, I get invigorated when I'm doing sales, when I'm working on marketing, when I'm doing all of that, and that's where I want my life to go. It's not for everyone, but that's why you do or do not choose different careers. And of course, one of the biggest questions that people want to ask in these videos is how much do they make? And here it's important to note that real estate agents don't get paid normal salaries. They get paid on a commission basis. So basically what that means, as opposed to getting paid $20, $25 an hour or $60, $70, $80,000 a year, they get paid a small percent of the value of every house that they sell. So say a house is sold for $1 million, then there's going to be $60,000 in commission there. And of that typical 5 to 6% fee, there are other things that kind of encroach onto a real estate agent's commission. Oftentimes you have to split the money with a brokerage, so that is kind of the person that oversees you as a real estate agent, and that commission is split between the sellers and the buyers real estate agent. So while 6% sounds like a lot, it does get whittled down, although that is not to say that you can't make a lot of money, because one of the biggest advantages with getting paid on a commission basis is that you're paid by your results. If you get more clients, if you close more houses, if you close more expensive houses, then you make more money. You are not limited to a 5% pay raise every year. You are not limited to how many hours there are in a work week. You get to kind of make your own amount of money based on how much you know, based on how much time you put in, and based on the opportunity around you. That being said, there's a risk factor. So yeah, sure, it's great that you can go grind and grind and grind and make a bunch of money in a year, but maybe the economy crashes, and all of a sudden, because you didn't have that foundation of a salary or an hourly pay that can just get cut back a little bit, all of a sudden you run out of commissions, you run out of money. Also, starting off, maybe you only sell one house in your first year. You need a side hustle on the side. Or maybe you only sell a house or two a month, and you really need to be good at budgeting. You're not getting a nice and pretty check every week or 2 weeks. Instead, you're getting big clumps of money. So if your first gut reaction when you get a clump of money is to go and blow it, then you're gonna have to work on that to be successful in life. Do you choose to be a real estate agent? All of that taken into account, though, when you look at the law of averages, typically real estate agents can make $50,000 to $60,000 a year in that kind of like medium territory. Your first year is going to be really, really, really slim. In the state of New York, the average is actually $100,000, and other states can go as low as an average of $40,000. So again, wide variety based on where you live. And of course, none of this takes into account if you are a really good real estate agent and you can make $1 million in a year. So that's where the scale comes in. That's where the opportunity comes in. Yeah, you can do a decent living just doing normal real estate things. But if you really want to put in the work, if you really want to grind at it, if you don't want to go to college, but you're still a smart salesperson, then go and make your 6-7 figure salaries after a while of learning and stuff. Don't expect to be doing that your first year. Again, not a normal paying job. Big question in the room for all of these videos is, how much do college degrees matter? And the answer is none at all. Every real estate agent that I have talked to, most of them don't have college degrees. And if they do, then they never get asked what college they went to. To be quite frank, no one cares. Now, your age might be able to hold you back a little bit, but at the same time, that's a double-edged sword. You might be able to leverage your age to start working as an intern or under a different, more successful real estate agent to learn the tricks of the trade and then go into actually selling houses. But if you do hop right into it, then age barrier might be there a little bit. But again, that's for your 18, 19-year-olds. If you're a little bit older, won't be an issue. And if you are 18 or 19, there are other opportunities ahead. So look at your specific situation and know that you're going to have to kind of be very mature. You're going to have to be able to talk above your age range. If you just sound like a typical naive 18 or 19-year-old, then I don't know how much success you're going to have. But again, I'm not a real estate agent, so what the hell do I know? But say you do your research and you decide real estate might be the option for me. That's where I actually can see a career forming. Then what are your first steps to getting into real estate? And look into your local and state regulations. Every state is different, but most states are going to require you to either take a class or exam to just kind of teach you the, I don't know, real estate regulations. From what I've researched, you don't learn much, and it isn't the most difficult thing in the world, but it is a necessary evil. So look into that, take the exam, get your real estate license. That's number one. When you get your real estate license, you're going to need a broker. And a broker is kind of like a big umbrella organization that hosts other real estate agents and all of their transactions. So they're going to have your office building, they're going to have other real estate agents that you can communicate with, see what houses they're selling, and all of that. So look at local brokers in your areas. There's probably a bunch, and see if you can get a job working under any of them. If they say no, you might be able to go an internship route. You might be able to assist real estate agents. You might be able to go off on your own. There's a bunch of options. Again, this isn't the one-stop stop for becoming a real estate agent, so don't expect it all from me. A couple of guys that I personally love, we have Meet Kevin, Graham, Stefan, and this new dude that I just found who might be worth checking out. They are all great resources in the front of being a real estate agent. But from the little bit of research that I have done, it seems like a mentor is super necessary in this industry to kind of learn the tricks of the trade, like I said earlier, and get into it. You're going to be hosting open houses for other real estate agents. That's might put a little bit of money in your pocket if that real estate agent is willing to pay you, and it's going to allow you to make connections. The reason that more seasoned real estate agents don't necessarily do it is it's a more menial task, and if they already have their connections built up, they might not need it. But everyone is different, and at the early stage in your career, open houses, super important. Again, from the little bit of research that I've done. And guys, that is really all I have for this video. Just a short educational piece on what it's like to be a real estate agent, what you need to do to get into real estate, and a couple of resources to further research being a real estate agent. Again, I am not the one-stop shop, so be sure to do more research if this interests you, but this series is really just meant to plant seeds in your head that might be able to grow, and maybe I show you something that you otherwise wouldn't have thought of. My name is Alex Bianchi. This is Define Wisdom. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff helps out down below. Comment down below what other weird jobs or careers do you know about that don't necessarily start at a college degree, or if they do need a college degree, that's fine too. Just weird careers that high school students might not be thinking about when they're going to these like career orientation days of like you can be a lawyer or an accountant. Like, nah, let's be a real estate agent and a helicopter pilot. Hell yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, guys.